Hi, my name is Pat, and this is my channel, Book Chat with Pat, and I'm glad that you're here. Today is Poetry Thursday. We had our first light snowfall this week, but not very far from me. People had much more substantive amounts of snow, and some of my friends even had their first snow day. So I thought I would devote this first Thursday in December to some poetry about snow. The first snow poem that I'm going to read is simply entitled Snow, and it's by the Victorian poet Eliza Cook. Brave winter and I shall ever agree, though a stern and frowning gaffer is he. I like to hear him with hail and rain come tapping against the window pane. I joy to see him come marching forth, begirt with the icicle gems of the north. But I like him best when he comes bedight in his velvet robes of stainless white. A cheer for the snow, the drifting snow, smoother and purer than beauty's brow. The creature of thought scarce likes to tread on the delicate carpet so richly spread. With feathery wreaths the forest is bound, and the hills are with glittering diadems crowned. 'Tis the fairest scene we can have below. Sing welcome, then, to the drifting snow. The urchins gaze with eloquent eye to see the flakes go dancing by. In the thick of the storm, how happy are they to welcome the first deep snowy day. Shouting and pelting, what bliss to fall, half smothered beneath the well-aimed ball. Men of fourscore, did ye ever know such sport as ye had in the drifting snow? I'm true to my theme, for I loved it well, when the gossiping nurse would sit and tell the tale of the geese, though hardly believed, I doubted and questioned the words that deceived. I rejoice in it still, and love to see the ermine mantle on tower and tree. 'Tis the fairest scene we can have below. Hurrah, then hurrah for the drifting snow. Next, After the Winter by Claude, McKay. Someday, when trees have shed their leaves, and against the morning's white, the shivering birds beneath the eaves have sheltered for the night, we'll turn our faces southward, love, toward the summer isle, where bamboos spire to shafted grove, and wide-mouthed orchids smile. And we will seek the quiet hill where towers the cotton tree, and leaps the laughing crystal rill, and works the droning bee. And we will build a cottage there beside an open glade, with black-ribbed bluebells blowing near, and ferns that never fade. The Snowman by Wallace Stevens. One must have a mind of winter to regard the frost and the boughs of the pine trees crusted with snow, and have been cold a long time to behold the junipers shagged with ice, the spruces rough in the distant glitter of the January sun, and not to think of any misery in the sound of the wind, in the sound of a few leaves, which is the sound of the land, full of the same wind that is blowing in the same bare place. For the listener who listens in the snow, and nothing himself beholds, nothing that is not there, and the nothing that is. Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Dust of Snow by Robert Frost. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. Snow Day by Billy Collins. Today we woke up to a revolution of snow, its white flag waving over everything. The landscape vanished, not a single mouse to punctuate the blankness, and beyond these windows, the government buildings smothered, schools and libraries buried, the post office lost under the noiseless drift, the paths of trains softly blocked, the world fallen under this falling. In a while, I will put on some boots and step out like someone walking in water, and the dog will porpoise through the drifts, and I will shake a laden branch, sending a cold shower down on us both. But for now, I am a willing prisoner in this house, a sympathizer with the anarchic cause of snow. I will make a pot of tea and listen to the plastic radio on the counter, as glad as anyone to hear the news that the kitty corner school is closed, the ding-dong school closed, and all aboard children's school closed, the hi-ho nursery school closed, along with, some will be delighted to hear, the toadstool school, the little school, Little Sparrow's nursery school, Little Stars preschool, Peas and Carrots day school, the Tom Thumb Child Center, all closed, and, clap your hands, the Peanuts play school. So this is where the children hide all day. These are the nests where they letter and draw, where they put on their bright miniature jackets, all darting and climbing and sliding, all but the few girls whispering by the fence. And now I am listening hard in the grandiose silence of the snow, trying to hear what those three girls are plotting, what riot is afoot, which small queen is about to be brought down. And finally, White Eyes by Mary Oliver. In winter, all the singing is in the tops of the trees, where the wind bird with its white eyes shoves and pushes among the branches. Like any of us, he wants to go to sleep, but he's restless. He has an idea, and slowly it unfolds from under his beating wings as long as he stays awake. But his big, round music, after all, is too breathy to last. So it's over. In the pine crown, he makes his nest. He's done all he can. I don't know the name of this bird. I only imagine his glittering beak tucked in a white wing, while the clouds, which he has summoned from the north, which he has taught to be mild and silent, thicken and begin to fall into the world below, like stars or the feathers of some unimaginable bird that loves us, that is asleep now and silent, that has turned itself into snow. As always, I thank you for watching. I hope that you're doing well. I'll speak with you again soon. Take care.